All right, dear friends, brothers, and sisters, wherever you are, welcome all of you. This is Sunny Singh, and you're watching Montaj and Sunny Show. In this video, we are going to talk about a topic, and that topic is what they ask you in your IELTS speaking, like a cue card. They're going to give you cue cards on different topics. So we are going to discuss every day and every day. Each day we will take one topic and we'll prepare it. That is going to help you. That will build your confidence when you go to that room where the interviewer is. You will feel more confident and very easily you'll go through the test, speaking test. I'm talking about the speaking test. But before we start, the quote. This quote is by Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela from Africa or South Africa. He was the president. He was in prison for most of his life. He spent like 40, I think, maybe, if I'm not sure, but around 40 years in prison. So he says, the glory of life, the glory of living a life is not in never falling. It is rising every time you fall. Glory of life, glory of living is not in never falling, but rising every time you fall. You have to get up. Do not quit. Do not get disheartened if you could not make it or if failure comes. Just prepare yourself and go again. You will reach your goal. You will reach your goal, right? So in this topic, this video is for the students who are preparing for their speaking, so today the topic is about uniform. In the second part, they are going to give you a cue card on which you have to speak for 2 minutes, and in the third part some 4 to 5 questions are asked, like some tricky questions about your opinion, about comparison, what you think, what do you say, it should be done, it should not be done. Like they don't care about your knowledge, but they see are you able to speak, your pronunciation is correct, your grammatically are you correct, do you have vocabulary in your mind, are you able to communicate. So these things are they're going to check. They're not going to check your general knowledge, they're going to check your ability to speak, right? So in in this topic, uniform, like this is not a uniform, it's a casual dress that we wear at home or we are more comfortable in it. But when we go to office or when students they go to school and when employees they go to their company, they have to wear a uniform. That is the code, that is as per the rules, what kind of uniform it is, what should be the color, and on which days we have to wear that uniform. Like when I was in the company, except Friday we had to come in the uniform, except Friday. So coming back, The question, it could be asked, describe a uniform that you have worn in school or company. Describe a uniform, it could be any uniform that you have worn. Like, if you are a student, then you will talk about your school uniform. If you are working in a company, and if you can talk about your company uniform, you can make lines. You are in a hospital, you are a nurse, you're a doctor, then that proper professional dress. If you are an advocate, if you are in army, in navy, uniform, you can very easily describe your uniform. You very well know the color, very well know its color, and from where you bought it, who provided it, and how you feel after wearing this uniform, what goes in your mind, and when you have to wear it. So in this question, describe a uniform that you have worn. So there are 3-4 things you can note it down in your notebook, like color, the stuff, then like is it a shirt, full sleeve, half sleeve, or folded, right? So with trouser and or a short, like in NCC, or if you are going to school, so what is the color of your uniform? Like you can talk about your badge that you wear over. So then from where you bought it, or somebody provided it, and how you feel. There are 3-4 things that you can keep in your mind. Like suppose this question is asked to me, describe a uniform that you have worn. So I will go like this. So we have to speak continuously for 2 minutes. I will go like this. I was wearing my, when I was going to school, we had a nice uniform, but here to answer your question, I will talk about my NCC uniform that we used to wear in school days when I was in the National Cadet Corps NCC training. So we, on specific particular days, we had to wear that uniform. It was of khaki color, brown, khaki similar to brown, khaki color, and mostly it was provided by the staff, by the school. But if it's loose or if it doesn't fits you, so you could buy it from the market. So we had to wear a full sleeve shirt which we could fold, and with the trouser and socks up to the knees, and shining boots, high neck boots, shining like black stars, I would say. And when I was in uniform, a feeling of discipline, patriotism came into my mind. I was full of patriotism. I felt very good when I was when I was wearing my NCC uniform. and it was like from before the school starts, there was a special class for NCC where we had to wear, and particularly if there is a camp or if there is a function that is organized, on that function we had to wear that uniform. All of us used to keep it very neat and clean, well ironed, up to the mark, right? So this is how you can, if you are going to a school, if you are a school going student, you can talk about your dress, that this is the color of this is the shirt color, this is the pant color, black shoes or white shoes, and there is a shop in the market from where we buy it. Sometimes it's provided by the school authorities, staff, and how do you feel? You feel good or bad? That's up to you. How do you feel in that uniform? You can make 6 to 7 lines, or if you are in a company, on which particular days you have to wear it, like on Monday or Wednesday or Thursday, Friday, whichever day it is. So in part 3rd, they can ask you some related questions, like related questions with part 2. In part 3rd, they can say, what would you say are the advantages and disadvantages of wearing a uniform? What would you say are the advantages and disadvantages of wearing a uniform? What are the advantages? First of all, we'll go with the advantages. Like uniform, it's the identity of a person. It distinguishes you from the rest. Like when we see somebody in a uniform, in army uniform or in police uniform, we respect him. Like he's outclassed from the rest. He is given more respect wherever he goes. People listens to him, what he says. So it's an advantage. It's an identity of a person, right? And if we have to talk about the disadvantage is like every day when you have to wear, like when you are going to the school, every day you have to wear the same uniform. There is no variety in it, and you get bored, right? You get bored because there is only same dress, same every day the same dress, and this could be the disadvantage of the uniform, right? You cannot wear colors of your choice. That is again a disadvantage. Okay, the next they can ask you, in your country, do schools provide similar uniform to the students in schools? In your country, they are going to ask you about your country, not about something else. So, in your country, do schools provide same uniform? Well, it depends on the schools. Schooਲਾਂ ਦੀ depend ਕਰਦਾ. It depends on the schools. Like different schools have their different uniform dress code, like which would be the color of shirt, which would be the color of pant and shoes, that is decided by school. That prerogative is with the school. It's authority, school authority. They decide what students are going to wear, and they choose the best. Right? So, like some schools, they assign white shirt with the white pant. Well, somewhere I see a sky blue shirt with grey pant. That is normally the uniform of students who are in the public schools, not government schools. And, right? So next question could be, what kind of professionals need to wear uniform, and what are the different types of people that wear uniform? Like we'll start with the police department. Police personnels have to wear khaki uniform. Then army, they must stick to this uniform code. Like when we see Navy and Air Force, they also have to wear their uniform, their dress, white or sky blue, right? So lawyers, they wear a black coat with a white shirt. That is their professional dress. And doctors, like a white coat. Nurses, they wear their dress. And people who, like in the government department, what I have seen, the driving staff, they have to be in their khaki uniform. They cannot ਜਿਹੜੇ officers, the driver, they are in their proper dress. So, and all these people, like students, it's not like in Canada, Australia, England, where students, they can wear what they want. But here we have proper dresses in our schools. We have to come in the proper dress. Students must have to wear uniform. And like this, right? So next question is, do you think people wear clothes that reflect their personality? Do you think personalities are reflected by the clothes? Yeah, it's a tricky question. Well, we can't judge a book by its cover, but mostly we can recognize, we can judge a person by his clothes, like a person who is well dressed, suited, booted. Immediately we come to know that he is from a well-to-do family, well-off family. He's a good background, good base. So if someone is in like in a dress, he's wearing his clothes like not properly ironed and no combination, so we can judge he's from a poor family. We can judge a person from his clothes, but it's not true. Sometimes we could be misguided, like I earlier said, we can't judge a book by its cover. Sometimes we could be wrong. So that's it. So do you think women clothes show more variety than men's clothes? Do you think women clothes show, it's a question, right? Do you think women's clothes show more variety than men's clothes? It's obviously true. While well, when we go to a party, a marriage, it's the women who mostly they are interested in the clothes, in the stuff, in the suits, in the variety, right? And when it comes to men, we don't bother what you have, what you are wearing, what he is wearing. We don't care much. So yes, it's true. Women do care a lot about their clothes, the color choice, variety. But if we compare it with the men, they have limited choice of colors. We can't go like in a red, yellow, right? When we're going to party, we can't. Well, I think we can't go in a red, yellow coat with flowers. So we have limited choice like white shirt. Of course, there are choices in the coats, suits, but there is no comparison. We can't compare it with women. So this is how this question on dress on uniform could be asked in Ielts. So there could be other questions like in companies, what do you think? What is your opinion that people should go there in a proper dress, or they can go in whatever they want to go in casual? Like these days, mostly in companies, like in Google, maybe in Amazon, Google, well, they allow their staff to come in the casual dress because they are more comfortable and they are more effective, more productive, I would say. But sometimes it becomes important to wear a uniform, like in police, army, navy, air force. So casual, just think about the different dresses. A t-shirt, a proper collar shirt, right? Then coat, overcoat, suit, boots. You can talk about different stuffs, colors, and so on. So this is how you before we end this, you make a habit of reading the newspaper. From newspaper you will definitely get different ideas. Like suppose there is a topic on this dress and clothes, on uniform, what you are wearing. You can make notes in your notebook, but from where you will get the material? The newspaper is one of the best choices. You will find a variety of vocabulary that is going to improve your vocabulary and expressions, how you're going to express to how you're going to react to a particular question. So on that note, we are going to end it here. Thank you so much, and thank you guys. Every day I'll come up with the new topic. We are going to cover like 100 topics, and every day we'll come up with a new topic that is definitely going to improve us, and we'll go with the flying colors, right? We are going to achieve what we want to achieve in the arts, in the speaking. So don't be afraid of speaking. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks for your time. Have a good day.